And we are back. As you can tell, I do already have my eyebrows on and I have already primed my face. I used Maybelline's Baby Soft all over, and then I went in with the Porefessional from Benefit just on the area where I have some large pores. So we've already got that taken care of. Let's go in with the new foundation. I've heard good things and I kind of wanted to do a whole face of E.L.F. So this is the one that I heard some of the best reviews on. So let's get started. Along with the E.L.F. products that I showed you in the unboxing, I'm going to be mixing in the other E.L.F. products that I already own in my collection to really try to be as much of a full face of E.L.F. as possible. So let me shake it up. That's a pretty thick consistency, not really runny. I like that so far. What does this say? Salicylic acid acne treatment. I got it in porcelain. This lightweight foundation helps disguise redness, blemishes, and uneven skin tone. Infused with acne-fighting key ingredients salicylic acid, witch hazel, camphor, tea tree, and soothing aloe. Now, I tend to go for a more full coverage, especially when I have, like, if you have acne, don't you want a little more full coverage? But maybe it's buildable. Let's see what happens. I do have a nice little friend popping up there. So maybe this foundation will help. Oh, it feels nice and cool.
On the skin.
Boy, for light coverage, this actually feels like a medium to full coverage. So I'm kind of pleasantly surprised. Huh. I am pleasantly surprised by the way this looks and feels. Even the color is a match, or a pretty good match. Kind of a dewy finish so far. We're gonna see if we can matte that up just a little bit. And this is something I already have in my collection. This is their concealer, and it is like a lift and conceal. I don't know, thanks E.L.F. for not putting that on your packaging. But it's in Fair. And I have tried this out once before, and it wasn't my favorite, but it sure as heck wasn't the worst thing I've ever put on my face. Pretty good. Not very full coverage at all. I prefer a little bit thicker. I'm going to go in with an Eco Tools foundation brush and kind of pat and work that around. I would like something a little more brightening. Under eye setting powder. Tap some into the top. Oh, it's an E.L.F. brush. I think this is a fluffy crease brush. Ah, much better. Look at that, keeping it E.L.F. Oh, now I do like the way that this is kind of brightening things up. Ooh, I like. Works for me. Okay, so we are going to move on to the eyes now. I have an E.L.F. eyeshadow primer. You can test this puppy out. Very kind of slippery feeling. Not a lot of color coverage. As a base color so that everything is a little bit easier to blend, I'm going in with my E.L.F. Mad for Matte palette, and I am just going to take this color here. I super duper love this palette. It's missing a white. It's missing, to me, a good arch brow highlighter, but other than that, I really do love this palette. It is my go-to travel palette. So I'm just putting this base coat down because I find it makes blending eyeshadows easier. Now we are going to use this Baked Plum. Load up my brush. I don't know how I feel about the whole baked eyeshadow thing. I kind of don't understand it. It seems like I really have to swirl, swirl, swirl and work super duper hard to pick it up onto my brush. Kind of taken a lot of work to get it on there and even. Seems kind of patchy. All right. I'm gonna try to blend it up just a little bit into the crease. Not a lot. Just so it's there. Okay, moving on away from this shadow. I just feel like it's kind of patchy. Woo. I'm not loving it. Sorry, E.L.F. I don't think it's just yours. I'm just not a fan of baked eyeshadows. Moving on for the crease color, I'm going to go back in with my Matte for Matte palette, and I'm just kind of going into the socket and keeping it kind of round today. I'm not going to do a wing. There we go. That's looking good. I do try as much as I can to keep my eyes open when doing my makeup so I can see, one, how it looks like with my eyes open, and two, I'm blind. So when I go, I mean, I can hardly see when I have two eyes open. When I have one eye open, I can't see what is happening. Now I am going to go in with another E.L.F brush, Porefessional blending eye brush. And I am going to take this color. We're going with this one. This like pinky peachy. I'm kind of going right along the top of where we were blending. Make it a little bit softer. Yeah. Let's just blend. Blend, blend, blend all over. I do not feel like this is all that. It's not very blendable. It's a little patchy. I'm not a fan. Okay, so like I said, the one thing that this is missing to me is an eyebrow highlighter. So let's try out the Illuminating palette and see how that goes. Because why not? And I'm going to take the whitest color. This mirror is bomb. And just go right. Oh, I should have tapped it off. My bad. Right under there. Yeah. That's good. These are pretty powdery, but oh my God, so creamy. I don't know how something can be so powdery and creamy at the same time. How is that a thing? I am going to take that pinky color and pop that into the inner corner of my eye since I already have this palette open. That's pretty. Not overly obvious. Just a nice little bit of brightness. Let's try out the eyeliner, this brown pencil eyeliner. All right, still trying to stick mainly to the, really close to the lash line. And I brought it out just a tiny little bit because I really don't know how to do my eyeliner without some form of a flick or wing. Ooh. I'm going to go in with that angled brush and really kind of work it into the lash line and smudge it. And I'll pull that out a little bit. Flick. I am not usually a fan of putting too much along the lash line. For me, it seems to like close up my eyes, and I don't. So if you're thinking, oh, she forgot the bottom. No, she didn't. I don't have an E.L.F mascara, so I'm using Maybelline Colossal Volume Express, one of my favorites from the drugstore. I do put just the tiniest bit of mascara on along my bottom lashes. So we have got the eyes done. We're going to go back to the face, and I'm going to set all over my face with the E.L.F translucent powder. I've tried this. This is something I already own. I've tried this many times. I like it pretty well, although I will say it is a mess to work with. Like, it is so fluffy, so poof, powdery. It's a mess. And I am just going to tap my puff into the tin and start pressing it on my face. And I tend to press pretty hard. And don't rub, because that's just going to mess up your foundation. But I like the powder to really mix with the foundation almost and push it all together. And I feel like that helps with my pores. Ooh, look, I've made my nose red. Now that I've got that pressed all over my face, I'm going to take a big, huge, fluffy brush, and this one's by E.L.F too, and just kind of buff away any excess. Let's take a closer look. What do we think? I'm not loving the finish now that I've powdered the bejesus out of my face. And it does look a little dry in the corner. I really liked it before I powdered it, other than it was a little too dewy for me. When I put on a finishing spray, I think that'll help with the oh so powdery look. I'm not a huge chiseled cheeks, bronzer, contoury kind of person. Ain't nobody got time for that. That being said, I do like to put just a little bit of a darker color right under here, under the cheekbones. Not a lot, just a little bit to add a little bit of dimension. And sometimes I will put a little bit along my chin. I don't know, it does something to my face that I like. A blush bronzer duo that I picked up on a whim. Not my favorite because it's really glittery. It's what I have, so I'm gonna use it because we're in the spirit of E.L.F today. And I am using an E.L.F angled bronzing brush. And we are just gonna tap into that bronzing color. I don't know how I'm gonna feel about it because it is a little sparkly. But I'm just going right this part of my ear and down just a touch, not a lot. Next, I'm gonna go in with highlighter. My gut is to go in with this one because it's way more just my skin tone, and on a daily basis I probably will. But for the sake of this, I want something that might stand out. You might actually be able to see it. So I'm gonna go in with this light one. Let's see what happens. Woo! That is powdery. Powdery. And we're going just holy buckets. Right on the top of the cheekbone. Oh, that's a little dramatic for me, but I do really like it. Oh, I might have just turned into a highlighter fanatic. Oh, calm down, Raven. Calm down. The blush in Berry Mary, that was part of that gift set. I'm going in with a fluffy blush brush from BH Cosmetics. Sorry, I don't have an E.L.F blush brush. Oh God, I have so much shimmer on my face today. I have a shimmery highlight, shimmery contour, and a shimmery blush. This is seriously pushing me out of my comfort zone. But, all right. That is pretty. That is pretty. I think I am going to go back in with the highlight palette, and I'm going to use that one that was really flesh tone but sparkly on my Cupid's bow. Because why not? I don't even think I have a lip liner that is close to this color.
Could it be any more whiny?
I don't have a lip pencil that is anywhere near this. I don't even have a nude lip. No. So I'm just gonna have to go right in with the lipstick. I don't expect this to last very long on my lips. Pretty sheer. Feels nice and creamy. Okay, so this is a really pretty color. And it goes really well with the overall face. That being said, I personally am not real good at satin, glossy, sheery type colors. I always kind of feel like they're going to slide off my face. That has nothing to do with the brand or the formula. That is all on me. Oh, setting spray. Doesn't everybody use a fan? See, now that I set it with the setting spray, not nearly as powdery, cakey, funky feeling. I do not hate this foundation. By the end of the day, I might change my mind, but I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Okie dokie. So there is the final look, and I'm pretty darn happy with it. Overall, I will say that illuminating palette, absolute hit. The baked eyeshadow, not a fan. The blush, even though it's sparkly, I really like it. And I might just be coming out of my whole matte face craze because this is really pretty. I'm down with it. Let's see, the eyeliner eyeshadow duo. I only tried the liner. So far, I'm okay with it. This stuff is bomb. I really like it. It's got a sheen to it, but it's not shimmery. It's just a little brightening. They're the tiniest, most minuscule, tiny little like reflective something in it that doesn't look sparkly, just is brightening. I'm a fan of this. What else was new? Oh, foundation brush. If you like putting on your makeup with a foundation brush, try it out. That's super duper cool. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video and want to hang out with me some more, please hit the like button and subscribe, and we can be friends. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.